Let's start with her. Surse is her name. Comes in the Ramayana. She decides to grow larger and larger. It's almost a size game between Hanuman, who is on a very important assignment, and Sursa. Guess what happens? This is what happens. Hanuman shrinks himself to a size and surprises her. Remember this guy? I'm sure you remember him. But I love you. Who was he? Where was he before this one day in the afternoon bath? Size seems to not matter anymore. That's the lesson I get. Take a look at this shop in front of a nondescript temple. They call it the Iruttukadai Alva in Tirunelveli. They light themselves with a 0-watt lamp, and that is the queue to get the halwa. They could have become larger, much larger, but they continue that stance of, I will be small, I will be wanted still. That's the owner of the shop, 3 generations. So my first statement to you all is probably small is the next big. Let's see. Who's this? He is running very fast. In fact, he is capable of running so fast that he can turn the clock back. He can even shift to parallel dimensions. Speed seems to matter. Amazon, you may not know this overnight shipping became same-day shipping. Amazon does something, it has patented it. They call it anticipatory shipping. They absorb you, they track everything you do, and they analyze your shopping patterns. They look at what season is coming, what celebrations are online, and they ship what you usually buy to the nearest warehouse, anticipating that you will buy. Anticipatory shipping. Speed is a feature. Look at these ads. Once again, a simple phone ad that claims that speed is a very important differentiating feature. This is the Porsche. Its claim to fame, it's a race car. Its claim to fame is 2.2 seconds for 0 to 60 miles per hour. Outdone by the Ferrari in 2 seconds, 0 to 60 miles per hour. Electric vehicles were there for a very long time. Nobody bought them because they always were seen as a compromise. Until Tesla came along and launched the Tesla Roadster Plaid. Today, the Tesla Roadster can do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.98 seconds. Speed seems to be a feature. In fact, the Tesla dashboard has an iPad-sized touch screen. And in that touch screen, you got a chill mode, a sport mode, and a ludicrous mode. A ludicrous plus mode. Are you crazy? You must be insane to even try this mode, is the tempting taunt Elon Musk seems to throw at us. Speed is a feature. And so, I am probably wondering, is fast the next big? Okay, let's see. Know him. In his 672nd, he says, Tunguga tungit chayarpala tungarka tungada seyum vinay. For those things that you got a sleep over, plan, think, Take your time. But for the others, swing into action immediately. I would actually want to flip this around and say, for those you need to do immediately, please go ahead. But please, for God's sake, there are things you need to take time for, and for them, wait. In fact, there is this man, we'll look at his name later. He came up with a very interesting proposition. He called it the wait paradox. Scientists who worked with him called it the incessant obsolescence paradox. Hard to pronounce probably, very easy to understand. He says, you are having a chemical rocket. Runs on jet fuel, runs on basic principles of physics that you know today. And if you launch, there is that little star above him, that is Proxima Centauri, the closest meaningful star to Earth. If you want to go interstellar, and if you want to go to the nearest star, using current technology, if you launch your spacecraft today in 2025, guess how long it would take for you to reach the nearest star? Today, if you launch today, that is how long? 75,000 years only. Are you already late? Should you hurry up? Because 75,000 years to go. Let's get it done. At least today, let's go. And our man, we'll come to his name later, he says, wait. Why? Because by 2075, you're going to have gravitons powering your spacecraft. You're going to have quantum drives, fusion drives, solar sails, antimatter, none of which has been invented yet, but they are coming. And that is 183 kilometers per second. That's already very fast, but just 183 kilometers per second. Guess what the speed of these vehicles can be? 1 lakh kilometers per second. And at that speed, in 40 years, paradoxically, waiting seems to help you get there faster. So the paradox is between, do you want to launch a rocket faster, or do you want to launch a faster rocket? Get that? His name, very interesting. His name is Dr. Robert Lull Forward. Trust me, you can Google it up. That's his name. And look at the irony there. His name has got forward in it. His name has got lull in it. Take your time. Spring forward, but take your time. Probably that's a very good lesson. And so, what's the next big? It's coming. Slowly. Oh, slow probably is the next big. All right, I'm not done yet. This is a drone capture of a very interesting race between two non-human pet animals. One is a Saluki. The Saluki is a greyhound breed bred to race. It is chasing a rabbit, a hare, in the sand dunes of Dubai. The greyhound can run 72 kilometers per hour. The rabbit only 70 kilometers per hour. But who wins the race? The twists and turns, the sudden accelerations, the decelerations, the unexpected directional shifts, that is what is making the rabbit win the race again and again. So, even though the rabbit and the hare is a bit slower, it's a lot more agile. Agile is an important quality for us all to imbibe in these very fast changing times. This is Muhammad Ali. He is doing an exhibition match against an American up-and-coming boxer by name Dokes. See what he does. In 10 seconds, he evades 21 punches, each of which could have knocked a person down. 21 punches in 10 seconds, agile evasion. Agile seems to be a key word. This man is Andy Rubin. This is why our phones are called Androids. He sold his company to Google. And Andy Rubin's first phone didn't at all look like the phones we have been all accustomed to. This is how it looked. He called it the Sooner phone. Any of you have seen such a phone? An Android phone? You couldn't have because it was never launched. This Android phone never came out. Why? He was going to demonstrate the phone to potential buyers, and on the highway, he came to know that Steve Jobs is doing this. He was launching the iPhone. All metal, all glass, no keyboard, full screen. He stopped his car, listened to the whole keynote, turned his car around, went back to his team and said, folks, we are starting afresh. A complete reboot of our hardware process. Agility once again. So probably, that is the next big thing. Here, there, everywhere, making mistakes, learning from them, never making the same mistake once again, changing shape, quick changes of direction, always learning. So agile is the next big. What about this? Can anybody recognize which company that logo belongs to? When they started off, it's a sports company, Blue Ribbon Sports. And this one, this is Apple. It features Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree, an apple falling from a branch in a logo. But they learned the lesson. I mean, why should you draw an apple and say apple? It's almost kindergartenish. But they evolved. And today, just the look of it, the swoosh, the flat gray apple conveys everything you want to know about such a famous, trustworthy brand. Simple. A push towards simple. In a world that is trying to complicate everything around you, make everything more complex than it needs to be, simple seems to be a key word. All of you have seen remotes like these. You have a couple probably. And in this on-off, channel change, volume. If you actually look at your home's remote button, you'll notice the color has rubbed off only on these 4 buttons. That's what Apple did. This is the Apple TV's remote. Touch screen and a basic plus minus on-off. Simplicity. ChatGPT changed the way we interacted with knowledge. GPT is 7 years old. ChatGPT was what made it famous. It said, you already chat a lot. You use WhatsApp. What if I bring that same interface to you, but allow you to interact with a large language model? That's ChatGPT. This is Gemini. In fact, you can even build whole applications by prompting, by chatting. Use a well-known and easy-to-use interface to do things that you haven't done before. Simple. So the next big thing could be just simple. Yeah? One last. This is kintsugi. Kintsugi is a Japanese philosophy of celebrating the broken, celebrating the damaged. Instead of throwing a vessel away if it has taken a cut or a break, they fill the gap with gold. They appreciate it. They celebrate it. They hold it up as something that has been there, done it, struggled, suffered, hardened, succeeded. Kintsugi. There's a unique touch of personalization to it. You all know Gukesh. That's his current ELO ranking score. You all know Magnus Carlsen. He is higher than Gukesh today, and that's 2839. But how many of you know Leela? Her full name is Leela Chess Zero. It is an artificially intelligent computer program that learned chess by playing with itself. And it is the biggest, most complicated, and best. 3,600 is its score. Chess as a game has long since left the world of humans. It doesn't need humans anymore. Humans can never even dream of beating a chess computer. But how do you explain this then? In the past few years, how many new chess champions from Tamil Nadu, from India? We don't celebrate just perfection and just amazing greatness. We also look for something human in it to celebrate. Because in a world of complete automation and excellent, consistent performance, this inconsistent humanness, simply because of its rarity, could be the next big thing. Probably that's it. That's the next big thing. So we saw small, fast, slow, agile, simple, authentic. World War I, 21 million people died. But hidden during the time of World War I was the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu killed 65 million people. Nobody really knew about it because the news was filled with World War I news. They called it the Spanish flu because only Spain announced news about it. Everybody else suppressed it, so they thought it came from Spain. Something large may hide something larger. Are you really aware that when the next big thing arrives, like a stone held so close to your face, it may be hiding something larger? Are you ready for what it is hiding and preventing you from seeing clearly? So whatever is coming is on its way. Turn around and face it with confidence. Thanks a lot.